Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here. Hey, today I'm going to update you on the spiders that we currently have. We've had a lot of spiders over the years, some on purpose, some on accident, some I found, some I bought, some that were sent to me as a joke in the mail. Yes, that, and some scorpions got sent to me in the mail as a joke. Moral of the story is, don't put your address, your physical address, out on the internet. It's like pee in a pool. You're never getting that pee out of the swimming pool. You're never getting your public address, your residence, off the internet if it gets out there. All right, let's get started. This is a curly-haired tarantula. I guess that's obvious because it's got curly hairs all over it. I didn't expect to like this spider. I got this one at Petco. It's where the pets go. And why I bought it is because they had 3 tarantulas in stock. One was $49.99, one was $99.99, and one was $249. I could see the $49 one. I could see the $99 one. I couldn't see where that $249 one was. And I was afeared it would be another pet hole. So I bought this one, and I can't remember if this is the $49 one or the $99 one, and then I bought the other one. So, you know, $149.99, $149.98. And I was out of there. And I did that on the heels of that failed larger tarantula that I bought online. That golden fringe tarantula, which was shipped overnight from Florida, and it molted during transit and did not survive. It was a larger spider. I was tired of slings. I wanted a larger one. Didn't want to have to wait, a couple of years for him to be full grown. And he croaked. So that's why I went to Petco. It's where the pets go. To get these spiders. I wanted something larger than a sling. Moving on. This is a Greenbottle blue tarantula. This started as a sling. It was shipped to me from in Virginia. Fear not tarantulas. It's molted 3, maybe 4 times so far, but it still has a ways to go. It's a cool looking tarantula. It's a cool looking spider. But as cool as it looks now, it's going to look a heck of a lot cooler once it's mature. It will hardly even look like the same spider. A lot of spiders look really boring when they're smaller and then don't really start showing their bright colors until they're adults. Whereas this one gives you some really cool patterns, tiger stripe thing to look at as it's younger. And when it matures, it's going to be very cool looking. This is a Mexican Fireleg tarantula. This is the other one that I got at Petco. It's where the pets go. Some time ago, we had a spider that was similar to this one, and that was a Mexican red knee. The Mexican Fireleg and the Mexican red knee are not the same spider. They are different spiders, but you can look at them as cousins. This is a giant Huntsman from Australia. This is the second of these spiders we have had. First one lived, I want to say, about a year, maybe a little more. This spider has molted at least once, maybe twice since we had him. And these Huntsmen are pretty cool spiders. And if you want to see a lot more of these Australian Huntsman spiders, go to Leo Kim Video, check out his channel. He's got spiders. He's got Australian redbacks, which are an Australian cousin to our black widows. And he's got Huntsman spiders. Well, they're from Australia. They're everywhere. Wow, look at that flare. Super cool. Here it is again. This is a Gooty Saphire tarantula, also known as a Gooty Blue. They come from India, and they got some venom going on. They are a very cool looking spider when they reach maturity. And like most of the spiders we're talking about today, these are not for handling. They can be very aggressive, and they are venomous. If you have this tarantula, you can consider it like a zoo. You're not going to go to the zoo and take the bears or lions or tigers out of the cage to play with them, right? And you're not going to do that with this spider. At least you won't if you're smart. This is a Singapore blue tarantula. This is supposed to be an arboreal spider, but it spent most of its time on the ground making some weird web burrow. They are a very cool looking spider. They are not for handling. They are aggressive. They are venomous. But they are very cool when they reach adulthood. And they can get very large, depending on what you believe and what you read online. These will have a leg span approximately that of a frisbee or a dinner plate. Yeah, that's right. That's a big spider. This is a Colombian dwarf blue tarantula, also known as Columbia Bluebottle tarantula. This is a dwarf species. It should not get much bigger than 4 to 6 inches leg span, and it is a slow grower. These things can take 2 to 3 years to reach maturity. And I guess if you don't feed it as much, it might take a little longer. When they reach maturity, they will have very cool colorings and markings. They are very boring brown spiders, Now, I got him as a sling. He has molted at least 2, maybe 3 times. And he is another pet hole. I knew he would be a pet hole when I got him, so what I did is, when I set up his smaller habitat, the one we're seeing now, this is his second habitat, I glued a piece of cork bark to the edge, knowing he would tunnel under that, and now his den or his lair is right there along the sidewall, so we can see him hiding in there. He comes out once in a while. He is not a completely boring spider. In fact, when we transferred him to this habitat, he spent the first 2 days walking all around, up the sides, hanging upside down, until he started digging his den or lair. And when I ordered him, I had no idea it would take so long for him to grow up and look cool. So this is a cobalt blue tarantula. They are fast, they are aggressive, they are venomous. These are not for beginners. And yes, he is a pet hole. Several times I have thought that he croaked and then he turned out to be alive. So we just keep feeding him, and hopefully I'll catch a glimpse of him moving around, because nobody likes a pet hole. If and when he reaches maturity, he will be a very cool bright blue color. They're amazing looking spiders. I'm just a little disappointed that, can't see him. Now, moving on to our widow spiders. This is a southern black widow spider. And this is the western black widow spider that we've had for well over a year and a half, almost 2 years. These are brown widow spiders. We have 2 of them currently. We almost had more, because within a week, 2 weeks of them arriving, one of them, even as small as it is, had already laid a tiny egg sac. We had to get rid of it. And this is a cellar spider. This is a pretty good sized guy. I found him in my office behind one of my slot machines. Yes, I have slot machines in my office. Well, they were in my office. I moved him out to the living room. And he was just hanging around behind the slot machine. These are called cellar spiders. Like your cellar or basement, but around here we call them daddy long legs. So that is what we currently have in stock. We have plenty of videos, both edited and not yet edited, of our various camel spiders, of our Israeli Huntsman spider, he was very cool, and a few other odds and ends spiders that we've had. But what's listed today is all we got. All right, have you ever seen these spiders before? Have you ever heard of these spiders before? Go look them up on the Google machine, and you will be amazed at what these spiders can look like, or will look like, or have the potential to look like. Yeah. All right, so leave your comments in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.